The world is an eclectic mix of cultures and disciplines, but perhaps none is more pertinent in modern society than the grueling level of self-restraint that Shaolin monks are known for. Let me fill you in on the state of modern man. We are drowning in a consumerist culture that shoves products down our throats and fills our every desire. Our wants have become our greatest weakness. Everywhere you look, you see leeches trying to drain you of your attention and energy, be it the media, Hollywood, Instagram, fancy billboards, or adult entertainment. We live in an attention economy whose sole purpose is to turn us into pawns in the profit games of large corporations. So stuck in this predicament, what is the choice you have? Do you continue to remain distracted and occupied? Do you give up your dreams and goals and participate in the rampant consumerist culture that will never end? Understand this, no one is coming to save you from yourself. Nobody cares about you enough to stop you from indulging in impulsive pleasures instead of working on the life you want to build. You are the last person that cares about yourself enough to turn your life around. If that sounds interesting, listen on and pay heed to what I am about to tell you. There is great value in going back to the past and salvaging one of the most focused practices that have existed. You need to forego chasing fleeting pleasures and go monk mode in your pursuit of greatness. Monks have almost become synonymous with self-restraint and discipline. They live by a philosophy that transcendence can only be achieved once ephemeral pleasures are done away with. Do you see the pattern? This is exactly the problem that afflicts modern society, and I believe we have found the remedy. Ignorance is no longer a defense, because I will lay out the 3 pillars of adopting the monk discipline in order to see a barrage of positive changes in your life. Number 1, perform deep introspection about the trajectory of your life. Do you feel stuck in life? Do you believe it is becoming increasingly difficult to shut off the constant chatter at the back of your mind that always asks you to jump from one fleeting high to the next? You're not alone. The first thing you must cultivate is the direction of the focus of your mind. We have an inbuilt tendency to continuously look outward for success, meaning, and happiness. This is at the root of what makes us chase new women, try new jobs, stuff our faces with sugary diets, or be lost in the imaginary world that Netflix and Hollywood paint for us. This is dangerous. It is chipping away at your self-esteem and capitalizing on your insecurities. You need to turn the cannon inward and focus on the thoughts, desires, and ideas that crop up in your mind. I assure you, it will be a revelation to you, and you will learn more things about yourself than you ever knew. This is the first step towards becoming a more introspective individual. It means looking inward and relying on the natural toolset you have in order to curate your own reality. Most people do not have the level of self-awareness that's required for such deep thought, and neither do they understand how to battle their desires and stop them from creeping up and taking over their life. If you can overpower these carnal desires, you will become unstoppable in every realm, and success will follow you eventually. Number 2, isolate yourself from your habitual environment. The last 3 years of lockdowns have taught me something. If you close down the walls of your life and remain stuck inside the same reality for a long time, you start to stagnate as an individual. You start to rust and break down. You become weaker, less experienced, and less wise as a result. The only antidote to this is to consciously understand that your environment to a large degree determines your being. It affects your thoughts, habits, and even actions. Our mind associates places with memories, thoughts, and behaviors. This is why it is extremely important that you constantly seek new places to visit and new things to experience. Go take a vacation, change your city, spend time somewhere else in the world, or at least just change the way your house and room look. This is the least you can do in switching up the reality around you and giving you the impetus of thought and action that you need. I vividly remember when I first went to visit another country as a teenager and came back as a completely different person. Going monk mode in this regard can sound paradoxical, but it is certainly a part of spiritual and mental growth. Our mind works in mysterious ways, and we need to speak its language to make it do the things we like. Failing to do this will mean that your mind will control you instead of you controlling it. Number 3, take stock of where you go wrong and how you can improve it. This is perhaps the most important step of all, because this is where you put everything together and finally apply it to action. Beliefs are nothing if never manifested in action, and your mental improvement will not do much for you if there is no tangible difference made in the life you live. This is where you almost need to divide yourself into 2 individuals and observe yourself from above. Look at the thoughts that crop up and the actions you are led to take afterward. And then snap your fingers and interrupt that train of thought. This is where you need to intervene and take action to do the right thing. I believe this is the place where most modern men fail, and they remain stuck at this juncture for the rest of their lives. It is the dividing line between the 1% and the 99%, and the choice is now upon you whether you want to finally cross the line. It can be done by drafting a plan, building a routine, creating a blueprint of where you want your life to be, and helping other people keep you in check. It can also be done by giving yourself targets to hit or competition to defeat, but the underlying truth remains that your mind and body will have to work together on your journey to success. You cannot be a mindless automaton that gives in to his desires, and neither can you remain a fully informed mind that is sitting inside an obese and lazy body. The two must work in sync to propel you upwards in life. There is a cost to everything in life. There is a cost to taking action and a cost to not taking action. You can either wither the pain that comes with growth, or you can feel the intense regret in your wheelchair at 90 when you look back at a wasted life and unfulfilled potential. I promise you, the latter is far, far worse than the former. If you want to avoid becoming that remorseful old man, you need to take action now. And not just any mindless action, a properly oriented action that knows the goal and the path. That is where this channel comes in. It is your guiding hand in the complex maze of masculine life. So like the video and subscribe to the channel. There is a ton of more value-driven content that will propel you to the top and make you the man you are destined to be. Stay strong and stay humble.